Zubeida is preparing matapa, a traditional Mozambican dish for the family dinner. She uses a traditional charcoal cookstove to prepare the meals for her family. Most households in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, use charcoal to cook their meals and heat water. Cooking with charcoal takes time, and Zubeida spends most of her day tending the cookstove. Charcoal cookstoves are central to day-to-day life and social interaction here in Chamankulo C, a district of Maputo. The cookstove is placed at the center of the home, and everything is structured around it. An outdoor space means that the smoke can escape while the family gathers together from various buildings around the patio area. This communal area is not without its risks. Hot coals can be dangerous for children exposed to common accidents. Respiratory illnesses are also commonly linked to cooking. The family lives in a condensed, informal urban neighborhood. It is densely populated, and at this time of day, most families are preparing the evening meal, and it is also a large communal activity. The cookstoves are used 3 times a day to prepare meals and also to heat water. Zubeida usually buys her charcoal from vendors who sell it at the local market. It's more affordable to buy it in small quantities rather than large sacks, but works out more expensive in the long term. The charcoal is produced in regions outside the city. Trucks carry the charcoal to Maputo, where large sacks are distributed around the markets, shops, and to street vendors who divide up the bags to sell in smaller quantities. One of our most fundamental daily activities, cooking a meal, something that sustains life, brings joy and families together. But the traditional cookstove is a hot topic of discussion. Here's why. The health impacts of cooking with charcoal and concerns about deforestation have led to laws restricting its use in Rwanda, Kenya, and Uganda. In Maputo and Mozambique, different organizations are working to improve energy access. Many see gas stoves as a cleaner alternative. In Mozambique, gas is generally more expensive than charcoal, but due to deforestation, charcoal prices are rising, making gas a competitive option. However, people don't switch fuels easily. Buying new appliances requires upfront costs that people may not be able to afford. Besides, charcoal is a familiar fuel, embedded in the life practices of cooking. Charcoal is also available in small quantities, making it possible to break up the costs. Meanwhile, international charities have been working with local industry to manufacture more efficient cookstoves, to reduce charcoal consumption and air pollution, but very few families buy them. There is a growing interest from the international community to improve energy access and reduce carbon emissions. For example, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals feature both energy access and climate change prominently. Goal number 7 is to provide universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services by 2030. Fuel switching and improved cookstove programs are aligned with this goal but do not match local needs. What very few organizations are interested in, however, are the opinions of Zubeida or Maputo's other residents. There are few opportunities for residents like Zubeida to take part in the debate about the role energy plays in their lives. This can change, however. Our world is changing rapidly in response to climate change. Our energy systems are also changing. The fossil fuel habits of the past are bound to disappear. Now is a time to rethink the future of energy for Zubeida and ourselves, to claim energy sovereignty as a means to transform the future. The idea of energy sovereignty is threefold. Reimagining humans' relationships with energy resources, that means challenging unsustainable energy industries, giving people control over technology and business models, and allowing them to participate in decisions about energy. Democratizing energy access is a priority for everyone, everywhere, not just for Zubeida. People like Zubeida have a lot to gain from it. This is not just about gaining access to services, it's about gaining recognition and dignity through the planning of one's fundamental needs. Energy sovereignty is a movement in its infancy, yet it is possible to find hope in the life practices of people like Zubeida. There is hope, for example, in the thoughtful use of energy resources. There is hope in combining multiple energy sources. There is hope in the growth of local renewable technologies. And there is hope in the idea that alternative energy futures are possible, futures that people can shape by themselves and that do not depend on a dominant energy industry.